and just harass by dropping in the back door. But yeah, I am tongue-tied because I, of course, just finished casting all these games. 7 games in total. That's not a spoiler because there's like fun games and yada yada. But anyways, yeah, we did cast 7 games. 4,200 viewers live on the stream. That was fantastic. Big thanks to GLHF and Martine. But Morrow here, just sitting with his bio ball. He's got 6 medevacs out on the field. He's just now getting his Vikings as well. The Vikings are going to help attack these colossi, which he is kind of relying on. But he's getting an extra robotics facility now. The one he had got killed. He has not researched any upgrades, similar to Game 1. I really don't like this. You need the upgrades. Your colossi become so powerful with upgrades. And of course it keeps your stalkers and your zealots effective throughout the whole game by getting those upgrades. Ooh, kind of a big yawn and a stretch there. Wow, I am tired. So he's focusing on colossi. He's got 2 out now. He just rebuilt his robotics facility. He's got his robotics bay up, but the range is now just being researched. And he's chrono boosting another colossi out. He's going to have 3 in total. Not really that many considering how big of a bio army that Morrow does have. He's splitting his units off quite nicely. It looks like he's going for a drop. Once again, I will pay attention to that. He's got 4 Vikings out on the field with 2 more on the way. And they are actually already spawned, so the drop is incoming. The units are going to look like they're going to focus down this robotics facility that colossi is never going to get a chance to get out. And at the same time, of course I will rewind it to show once it's going on, but there's an engagement down at the middle of the map as well. But for the time being, Naniwa's actually brought his complete army back into the base to fend this off, splitting up his zealots now. I don't like this. Those zealots are going to get caught in this choke point, and important to note that robotics bait did go down before the upgrade finished, so big loss there. And now that this drop is pretty much coming to an end, there was a storm. There's going to be some zealots and some stalkers coming in to clean that up. No, he's going to pull the units out. So great job. He's going to pull out there. And now I'm going to rewind to that engagement that we did see a couple of minutes earlier. There we go. So as the force was retreating, it looks like Morrow here is just going to scan to make sure there's nothing here. He's going to see a couple pylons and a couple cannons, and he's just going to run straight through that. And if he liked, he probably could have even pushed in on this Nexus and taken that out. It looks like he may go for it, but no, there are some Templar that just warped in. Bunch of nice storms engage, and the army, half of the army that Naniwa did pull out was absolutely crucial. Lots of storms going down, some feedbacks, everything. Great job by that as that drop was going on. I'm going to go back to where we were now. And yeah, the army is now completely pulled out. Morrow's saved most of the drop, just over half of that drop that he saved, and he took out a lot of tech. He took out quite a few gateways, warp gates, and the robotics facility, the robotics bay, and like I said, important to note the colossi are still stuck at 6 range, which is just going to make these Vikings obnoxious to deal with. With their 9 range, they're going to be so hard to deal with because the Protoss is going to have virtually nothing to deal with it. I really like this actually. Nani's putting down a couple cannons and a couple pylons down by the Xelnaga watchtower. It looks to be able to warp in units up at the top here. That's pretty fantastic. His units will just stay up there and gather energy. And because of these cannons, these type of little run-ins like these Marauders aren't going to be able to get in there. A little bit more of an engagement, a medevac going down, a Viking going down, and a bunch of Marauders, Marines, and more Vikings going down. So some units just being thrown away. I didn't like that at all. Looking at the income tab though, we are at 63 Harvesters to 55. Morrow's in a great position, looking to take his 3rd base right now. And looking to do another drop. We've got 4 more medevacs full of units. And as I was saying, because of these cannons, the Marauders can't just run in, get control of this Xelnaga watchtower and kill off these Templar. But we're going to go ahead and pay attention to this drop now. There is 1 cannon there, and I really like that. Inside the cannon, it actually shows this little icon on your Nexus underneath the cannon. But 1, 2 gateways go down. Is he going to get a 3rd and a 4th? 3rd gateway falls. The 4th one does not get focused down. The Marauders are going to try to focus the units, but force field, storm, charge lots. Wow. feedbacks. Oh, nice play by Naniwa, but unfortunately he lost 3 of his tech structures, or 3 of his production facilities, and that's going to leave him with almost 2,000 minerals and 1,000 gas, and nothing to spend it with. I don't think he's rebuilt that robotics bay yet, has he? No, he has not. So he's in a little bit of trouble there. Big engagement. Oh, we'll rewind to see that one. Throws down a scan to see what's going on, but there is not a big army there for Naniwa. Nice storms going down, but not quite enough. All these Vikings just rip up the colossi. They are all gone and forgotten. Lots of Templars still left for feedback and storm. I really, really love feedback on medevacs. It's so effective. Ooh, nice feedback on the Ghost. And second feedback on the Ghost, but one EMP, I believe, did get off. Very nice job there by both players. I think Naniwa's micro was a little bit better, but the storms are kind of just getting blanketed over nothing right now as he's trying to fend this off so that he can take a third base. Medevac still in the base here for Morrow. Nothing going on. He's got no units. He's got some energy, but barely any life. And just now, Naniwa is building 2 Immortals out of these robotics facilities and getting that robotics bay up so that he can get those colossi back out. And throwing down 4 additional warp gates because I believe he got 2 or 3 taken out when he was dropped in his main base. So this factory, ooh, very nice EMP, taking in about 4 Stalkers energy out in a couple sentries. Shields as well, of course. But it looks like the storms from these high ground are just being obnoxious right now. There is no Xelnaga Watchtower control at this point. Be nice to run a probe down here. This probe that's here, just move him up here, get that Xelnaga. But it looks like Naniwa's forced to cancel and retreat from that third base once again. He's in a lot of trouble here. SCV's Maynarding over to the gold now. The income tab should be just disastrous for Naniwa right now. 63 harvesters to 49, 1,200, 1,300 income to 1,000, and it looks like this factory that was scouting is finally going to go down. Extended thermal lance is just starting to be researched. It was only about 1/4 to 1/2 of the way done when it got sniped up in this top corner, so it's just not being chrono boosted right now. If we look at, I'm kind of curious. He is full on chrono boost on his 1 Nexus, needs to spend that a little more religiously. You never really want to gather that much energy. But now that his warp gates are done, I believe he's working off 7 warp gates, 8 warp gates, and 2 robotics facilities. His production should be fine. He's got Immortals coming out. He's got lots of Templar, lots of speed lots, charge lots, whatever you want to call them. But once again, no upgrades. I can't stress that enough, how important upgrades are. And Morrow gearing up for yet another drop. How could we possibly know that Morrow would drop? But, oh no, is he going to get to snipe this robotics bay? I don't know. No, the medevac gets taken out, which had about 3 Marauders in it. One got dropped out, but he got killed. And he's trying to take out this robotics facility, or robotics bay, but a storm gets caught off guard, and he's probably going to have to pull out. The units are caught off guard. They're attacking the Zealots, and this robotics bay lives with 119 hit points when the upgrade was almost done. And once again, another drop. I gotta rewind for this one. Morrow dropping with 4 more medevacs full of Marines and Marauders right now. Stimming up. He probably should take out as much as he can. Very nice EMP to the face of this High Templar, but another one gets warped in with that Kaidaran Amulet. They can just warp in and cast Storm right away. And Psionic Storm, I should say, not just Storm, but 2 more gateways get taken out. The gas that only had 44 gas left in it. So that was just abysmal, but it is gone. There's 1 Marauder left in the base. It's probably going to get taken out, and the medevacs do retreat. It looks like Nani's just trying to take another base. I don't know if he can fit a Nexus here. Yeah, he probably can. But he's working off less than a base right now. He's working off 6 mineral patches, 5 mineral patches that are just mined right out. Morrow, on the other hand, has got full mineral patches here, full mineral patches at the gold. He's in a commanding lead. He's even upgrading Terran building armor right now for his planetary fortress, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But nonetheless, I think this is Morrow's game. There's really not much he can do to lose this game. The Vikings are just going to walk in and take care of these colossi. There aren't enough stalkers to push them away. And the bio armies should be able to just spread out, A couple EMPs going off, taking out a lot of units, and a lot of storms going down, though. Very nice storms, feedbacks, everything, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. The Colossi all do fall, and for the 4th or 5th time now, that expansion is forced to cancel, and Nani does GG. So great game there by both players. That is game 2. Morrow now leads the series 2 games to nothing, and we are moving on to game 3, guys. Stay tuned.